What's going on? It's Willie Hen. You tuned in to Thizzler. Subscribe below. You already know what it is. Willie Hen is a rapper, recent actor from San Francisco, California. Growing up in San Francisco, I mean, you know, it was rough at times, but then it was also beautiful, you know what I mean? So, you know, it's same trials and tribulations as anybody growing up in the city, you know, the urban city, that is. Oh, I feel like it gives us a platform to do great, you know, being that there's so many artists, so much creativity always flowing, so many, you know, so much competition, friendly competition, you know, make you stay on your shit and, you know, be as dope as you can, you know, when you're going up next to the San Quinns and the Messy Mars, you know. Oh, that was a beautiful experience. That came about through Tone Capone, the legendary producer Tone Capone, who made I Got 5 on it and Keep It on the Real and Smile for Pac and Face. Tone always had a relationship with Rap-A-Lot and Scarface, and he was playing one of my songs that we had recorded, and Face heard it and wanted to fly me to Houston. And then we worked on a soundtrack. We worked on a movie soundtrack first. And he was still with Def Jam South at the time, so that was like where my first check came from, was Def Jam South. And then he decided to take me and Malice. It was like 8 or 9 of us that he had flew down, and then he decided to make a group with me and Young Malice. It was cool. It was like the other experience. You know, we've been doing it independently for so long that, you know, I feel like I got to see behind the curtain. I got to see the other side of the music industry and, you know, got to tour and do all the stuff you dream of doing as an artist, especially coming from the Bay Area, you know. It's not like LA up here, you know, where we just one door away from people. So to be reached out by a legend, you know what I'm saying, was huge. Well, then it was big, but I was kind of sleeping on it. I was kind of sleeping on the QUOTUABLE, I ain't gonna lie, until I really just went back in all my old Source magazines and saw who was getting it, like Pac, you know, Biggie, Jay-Z, Pac, Nas, Jay-Z, Biggie, you know. And then it was like my boys from the pen was the ones telling me, because, you know, they was living for magazines back then. So, you know, I don't know if people really, you know, Thizzler's an online magazine. That's how we doing it now. But back then, and when you're in jail, that's all they got is those magazines. So I was getting the calls back, nigga, you got the hip hop QUOTUABLE, and you know what I mean? And Big Von busting me out on the radio one time. So that's when I started taking it serious. But it means a lot to just be honored, you know what I'm saying, for them to take my writings out and, you know, write it out like, damn, they paid attention to all my words, and I'm big on my words, so it's a big thing, and I'm humbled by it. Well, Quinn like my brother, like my street brother. A lot of people think we brothers to this day, but we've always rapped, like, you know, when we were younger, you know, so we were in different camps at one point, and then the neighborhood brought us together, you know what I'm saying? The neighborhood was, you know, back in the day, the big homies would come and get you and be like, you get with him, you get with him, y'all gonna make some dope music. So that's kind of how that came together, just by the neighborhood, you know. Shout out Quinn. Quinn, I don't know, we done so much shit. I mean, you know, maybe being in Kansas City, having fun in Kansas City. I could think of when a whole bunch of girls followed us back to the room when we was on tour in KC, and they was throwing shit out the window and And then when we got to the hotel, it was a whole bunch of other girls waiting on our floor, and we was running and shaking them and getting away from them. That's a funny memory of me and Quinn. I think Mac Dre and him was out there too that time. Not too many, just fun shit, you know. We got the same birthday, so we done kicked it a couple times on our birthday, and I've been celebrating Mac Dre for him the whole time. I put my birthday to the back for Dre. I don't know, Dre was just cool. Dre was like a real big bro in a way. Like, he let me borrow a pair of shorts. I mean, it don't get no more family orientated big brother than that. It's hot out here. I got hella jeans. We like out of town somewhere, like, here man, put these on. That's what type of dude Dre was. That's like giving you the shirt off your back, but giving you the shorts, you know what I'm saying? Man, that's huge. Just like being from the city and loving your city and loving to see the city on camera is a big thing, you know. I mean, I love any movie damn near with the city in it, to be honest. So to be a part of something, a real story, a story centered around a house in my neighborhood, you know, with fellow San Francisco native actors in it, and then the great Danny Glover, Mike Epps, Tashina Arnold, all these great people, man, that's huge. I mean, it don't get no bigger than that. A friend of mine, man, Richter, he told me about the movie and, you know, told me maybe I should go audition for it. So I auditioned for it. I read one time, I read twice. On the third time, they just told me to come on down, try on some clothes for wardrobe. So I guess I won them over. Well, really? You want the truth? I mean, I had gotten in a little trouble and shit, and I had to go get a job or enroll in school or do something. So I did it, and I figured if I was gonna do that, I was gonna take something that go with my craft, which was music at the time, take something that I would be interested in. And that's what I did, and it worked out, and I learned a lot. Shout out Laney College. Yeah, I think I've always had an affinity for the craft of acting, but music is kind of like my passion, you know what I'm saying? I was one of those kids who was sneaking music to play it, and, you know, as soon as I got a cassette player or whatever, and, you know, I write for fun. It's something that I would do for free, so I feel like that's my true love. I mean, I love my city. I love where I come from. You know, I love what we represent. It's just we need to preserve the culture. You know what I mean? We need some affordable living. We need affordable living, affordable housing. We need some artwork, live spaces, and we need the gentrifiers and the new people to do a little homework, find out where, you know, find out who lived where you live now. You know what I mean? And, you know, be open-minded, because we get along out here, and we don't need that East Coast bullshit and that racist shit to come around here when, you know, all you gotta do is give a person a head nod, and it'll probably make the problem y'all had go away, or slap up with a motherfucker, you know, and it'll be cool. Well, for one, I mean, you know, we had a stronger black population. It's only down to 2% or so. So imagine being at least 25% down to 2%. We had more culture, we had more places to go. We had things like Geneva Drive-In, we had roller rinks, we had all the gyms were open. You know what I mean? We had things for children and kids to do, adolescents to do. And, you know, things like that, that's probably the biggest missing in more black-owned businesses like that I don't see as much anymore. That's just that mob funk, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if we still calling it that, but it's that mob funk feel, you know, it's the tempo. It's just, it gives you that feel. It's a feel-good music in a way, you know what I mean? Even if some of the lyrics are a little dark or whatnot, it's still soul music. Yeah, I mean, I love them, man. I mean, like, when you're a true lover of music, you gotta be open-minded. I don't think you should be stuck in a time period. Like, I got songs with S.O.B., Slimmy B, R.B., Sneak. I got, me and Nefta Farrell got a joint. We got, you know, I work a lot with the younger guys because I just love what they're doing. I feel like they're creating a lane, especially the singer rappers. I feel like they're helping fill the R&B gap. So, you know, you might hear a little harmonizing from me here in a minute. So, but I've always done that within my circle, if you knew, you know, so I love it. I'm working on a project that I'm putting out through Empire, through my label, Mac Music, in a collaboration. I'm also working on a compilation with Tapian Records, a new company that I'm helping launch and everything. And then a compilation with, I'm doing a project with some of my cast members from the movie, and then a compilation with various Bay Area artists. So, you know, no titles yet, but it's coming. It's being worked on.